Hey everyone, this is Dallas. Hope you're all doing well. Gonna do a really easy stir fry today. Quick disclaimer here. I made this video a little while ago when I was still getting my head around the whole low starch, no starch thing. So in this video I actually refer to no starch quite a bit. In fact, it's low to medium starch. We've recently pulled back to a group of foods that has even lower starch, like less than 0.2 grams per 100 grams. But with this video, it's got cauliflower in it and it's got some other ingredients that are more medium starch level. So there's no sugar, no dairy, no nightshades, but it's more of a low to medium starch dish. So in this video, when I say stuff like starch-free, no starch, no dairy, no sugar, no nightshades, I actually mean low to medium starch. So with that in mind, on with the show. This is basically taken straight from the Brothers Green Eats channel, which is a fantastic channel. These two brothers, lots of good tips about eating fresh and healthy and cheap. Heaps of recipes on there. Those guys know their stuff, so check them out. I'm going to link them below. I'm going to tweak it a little bit to get rid of the starch. Bowie, come. She wants to sing a little bit. Come. If you want to sing, do it on camera. Do you want to sing on camera? I don't know if she wants to sing now. Camera shy? Yeah, I think she's a little bit camera shy. They use chili. I'm going to pull out the chili. That's a nightshade. Ginger. They didn't do a rice or anything, but I want to do something to have it with. I like that kind of texture to go with the stir fry, so I'm going to use cauliflower and leave a bit more size to it, leave a bit more texture, a bit more to chew on. The chicken comes out delicious. It's very simple, using lots of flavors that are all starch-free. No starch, no dairy, no sugar, no nightshades. So yeah, let's jump into it and see what comes out of it. Yeah, I think I got it.
So I picked up some really fresh chicken breasts from the local butcher.
This is the third time I've made this recipe, and this is the third time I've forgot to dry the chicken.
So yeah, if you remember, dry the chicken. Just pat it down with some paper towels on both sides. Just helps it fry a lot better. So with a meat hammer, we want to take this chicken breast and beat it so it's a consistent thickness the whole way through, so it cooks evenly when we chuck it on the frying pan. Grab some salt and season it really well, both sides, and let it sit for about 15 minutes.
So I chuck the chicken onto another board just to let it sit for a bit.
We want one thick head of cauliflower, and we just break it up and chop it up, and I get it down to pieces about the size of rice bubbles.
So we've got the chicken and the cauliflower prepped, and we're going to prep all the veggies so that when it's time to cook, we don't have to wait for anything to happen. Everything's ready to go and we can just get it out nice and fresh.
I'm going to chop 2 good-sized zucchinis, sliced and diced. And 1 good-sized onion, chop it up, not too fine. Bunch of spinach. Now we want to break off the leaves. We're going to use the leaves in the fry, but we also want to chop up all the stems. Probably not all of them, probably about half the bunch of stems, and we're going to mix that with some minced garlic. Mushrooms, for this cook I used these big brown cups, but I highly recommend shiitake. When I've made this before, I've used shiitake mushrooms and they are the best. And as previously mentioned, we mince up the garlic straight into the spinach stems.
So what you're then left with is all your veggies chopped in a variety of bowls that don't match. Olive oil, we want some olive oil. Rice wine vinegar is the one that was in the recipe that I started with, but doesn't meet the specs. So we're going to go with apple cider vinegar. The first thing we're going to do is get the cauliflower going. We get that frying up just like fried cauliflower. That can sit for a bit. That doesn't have to finish at the same time as everything. So we're going to get that going while we also get the chicken on. So we want this on a medium-ish heat. Medium, it depends on your hot plate. With ours, yeah, sort of medium to high, so we can get a bit of crispiness on the out, a bit of browning on the outside of the chicken. We're going to cook it almost all the way through. You can be quite generous with the oil. Make sure it's well lubricated. You don't want it to dry up. Just going to put an extra little dash of oil there because the cauli just soaks it up like a sponge. So I'll flip this chicken over, and how good does that look? So good. So we're going to bring the chicken off pretty soon. We're going to let it rest for a bit, just to keep it moist. We're going to wrap it in foil, and then we're going to leave the juice from the chicken in the pan, and we're going to cook the rest of the stuff in that juice. And then whatever comes out while the chicken's resting, we're going to tip that into the fry as well. So we're not going to waste any of that flavour of the chicken. It's gorgeous. Ooh, the cauli is looking gorgeous. And that chicken looks great. Alright, so we're going to get the mushroom and the onion first, straight in where the chicken was.
When those mushrooms and the onions are nice and soft and the aroma is coming off the pan, then we chuck in the zucchini and we chuck in those spinach stems with the garlic and get those aromatics working.
I didn't even point that at the thing. I didn't point it at it at all.
Then we want to slice up the chicken. Now the hardest part of this is making sure you don't eat it all as you go. It smells so good, it's ridiculous. Then once the chicken's in the pan, we put the spinach in the pan. We top that with about 4 tablespoons of sesame oil, about 2 capfuls of the apple cider vinegar, about 3 tablespoons of tamari, depending on your taste, and then stir it all together.
So we're going to let that spinach wilt, and when that's wilted a bit, we're going to mix it all up and get all those flavours right through the chicken and all the veggies. Make sure it's nice and juicy. I'm going to dish it up on a stack of that cauliflower rice, and I'll see you at serving time. And now I can say I hope she likes it. Oh, the camera's going to look good again.
Very fragrant.
That's me, sorry. Did I overbalance one of the things?
I don't know if it's overbalanced, but I think it's delicious.
Out of balance?
No?
That chicken is really tender today. I still keep looking at the screen. Not the screen, the lens. Bye, y'all! Come back in again because this is the 3rd time I've made this, and I think this is the best one.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think it's the best one so far. I'm really enjoying it, and I think it's got more flavour than my other efforts.
Okay.
Regardless of what she thinks, that's fine.